Doing this evening. So, it's been a while since I made a video. I figured I'd get this one under my belt. I had a couple questions about this locomotive because it made a couple brief appearances in previous videos, and it wasn't on my video showing my locomotive fleet because it was out of commission at the time, and I didn't want to make the video too long because this engine has is a story in and of itself. But it's the only locomotive that I've customized, and it's a 462. It's from I believe, the late 1990s, and I bought it in, I think, 2007. And it was originally lettered for the Pennsylvania Railroad. It had gold Pennsylvania Railroad lettering, and I didn't like the way it looked. So I painted this white line and hand lettered it with a Sharpie. And another thing that it had was these aren't the original trucks. On the original, the front truck was a modern roller bearing style truck, and the rear truck was an 1800 style arch bar truck, which, and I'm not super finicky about realism when it comes to O scale, but that just drove me up the wall. So I replaced both of the trucks, and it did have a whistle unit in it, but it didn't work, so I disconnected it, and I might reattach it at some point as down the road project. And then one other change I made was I painted the front of it here a light gray, because I always thought that was a nice look on a locomotive. And the paint, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. So just your standard gray primer. But yeah, this is a really good running engine, real smooth, and it's real strong too. It can pull a longer train than most of my engines, about 10 cars or so. Yeah, and I often use this one for passenger runs because it is so shiny and good looking. And its only drawback for me is that it has traction tires, which I'm not a big fan of them. They need to be replaced periodically, and actually, I've got to order new traction tires at the moment. It's got just a rubber band on it, which isn't going to last very long. So, but anyway, that's item number one. And then, as a little bit of a bonus, I have this custom painted autism awareness caboose. So, yeah, I found this at Junk Shop for like $5, and I custom painted it for Autism Awareness Month last year, or the year before, because autism affects a number of members of my family. Yours truly included are affected by the autism spectrum. So I figured I'd honor the community, because as it turns out, one thing that people on the autism spectrum, it's very common for them to be obsessed with, is trains. So yeah, but this lights up pretty good, and yeah, it's always nice little. But yeah, that's a handmade decal, or handmade decals. So yeah, and I think the paint job came out pretty well. It was originally a Conrail, but I kind of want to make my layout look sort of old timey. Conrail looked a little too modern for me. So anyway, so I don't know why I didn't include this on my my video I made about my custom cars. For the life of me, I don't know why I forgot to put this in there, but here it is. So anyway, that's about it. Have a good night.